Hey everybody, welcome back to Meet the Wheelers. I'm Mason.
I'm Sarah.
And today we're going to do two things. We're going to update you on where we're at and answer some of your guys' questions. So stay tuned and submit some more questions for us. Sarah's going to give us a quick update.
Excuse me. Well, one of them is one of those questions.
But the other thing too is, how are you feeling?
Much better.
Sarah, if you haven't seen our last couple vlogs, has been feeling really sick. And then even I was feeling kind of gross yesterday. I'm feeling a little better today, but I just feel kind of like, blech.
The heat doesn't help.
Oh, it got so
and
hot.
I'm not complaining because we never get heat here. But anyway, so the first question kind of gives an update, I guess. They're asking what we've been through. They were a little confused. So, Kiki Robinson said, "Feel better. Okay, so I have been watching for a few weeks and I am confused with what kind of cycles y'all have done. How many fresh and how many FET? You had a miscarriage on first and chemical on second and negative on third. Sorry, I tried to piece all together. And how old are you two?"
She's pretty good for being confused.
She got it all right. So yeah, so we did one fresh transfer and miscarried that at 9 weeks. We did a second transfer and that was a chemical pregnancy. And then our third, which we just did not work. And we're on our fourth, and which is our last embryo. And we are 25 years old. 25. Secret's out. No update as far as today goes. We're still working on injections, and I go to the doctor tomorrow, by the way. I think I told you that. For a blood draw and an ultrasound. It's been on the calendar for a while.
Okay.
And then I think we start the estrogen patches here soon.
We love estrogen patches. Yay. Don't we, Sarah? No. All right. Let's go on to another question. Kristen and Justin say, "I have a question. Have you made any pre-baby baby purchases?" I have not been, but I have received a baby gift pre-baby, which was a little weird but sweet. That's a good question. I personally, for the longest time, didn't want to buy anything at all. So before we got our first pregnancy, Sarah wanted to buy like all the baby things.
Not like
we would go to Target and she'd be like, "Oh, this is so cute,"
yeah.
And she'd want to buy things.
Yeah. But not like the big stuff.
No, it's not like, oh, we have a full nursery or anything.
Yeah.
But Sarah would want to buy like a little cute little baby outfit, or we'd go into like Target and see cute girl stuff and be like, "Oh, can we?" And as soon as we found out we were pregnant, for the first time, we went to Babies R Us. Like
the same day.
The same day, yeah. And my priority was getting a little. I don't know why I got a 1-year-old Seahawks jersey. And we bought other stuff too.
Little things, yeah. I
have
a diaper bag.
Yes, I bought Sarah a diaper bag when we got to like 6 or 7 weeks.
It's a designer one, which I've been staring at for a while.
I'm pretty proud of myself for getting that for you.
I don't have it down here, else I'd show you guys. But maybe tomorrow I will.
So the answer is sort of like yes. And when Sarah, how long were you when on your birthday? Oh, you were just like when we celebrated your birthday with your family.
Yeah, it was that weekend.
So like the weekend after we found out we were pregnant. So Sarah was probably like 5 or 6 weeks. And Sarah's family, basically for her birthday, got her all
baby stuff.
And at the time it was like, yay! But now in hindsight we have this container.
Yeah. Shoved up in a closet.
Out of sight because we don't want to be looking at all this baby stuff. You know, so it's hard. I feel like if we were to be given baby stuff now or buy baby stuff now, it would be weird.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, thanks.
Because now we've kind of tasted that disappointment a little bit more.
We'll get to use it eventually, though.
Yeah. As for right now, it's in our mind, we're kind of just like, keep it away for now.
Yeah.
So I hope that answers your question.
Yeah. So we haven't made any big purchases.
I think we probably won't. Sorry. Until we get to 12 weeks in a pregnancy, right?
Yeah. Even then, we're not gonna know the gender, so I don't know. We do have a nursery chair. Forgot about that. It's someone selling it for
It was a
$100.
cheap nursery chair. It's one of those gliding ones.
Yeah. I mean, it's a nice one. Like, she had it custom made, I think. But she was selling it for cheap, so we grabbed that, which our friends are borrowing right now for their baby. I don't want to read this whole thing.
Read it all.
Oh, because it's talking about her stuff too.
Well, that's okay. She posted it.
Okay, so
Right.
Kelly Elliott said, "Hey Sarah, we're waiting on our appointment coming through for doing blood tests and the test for ovarian reserve. What normally happens with that process, and how long does it normally take for results to come back before you start your fertility drugs? Hope you're feeling better. Love from Scotland and Fife."
First of all, so cool, Scotland.
I don't know what ovarian reserve is.
I think that's like how many eggs you have in reserve.
Are you sure?
Which I don't think we did.
I don't know. I don't know if you're meaning the drugs, like we have tests done before we start the whole process. I don't know if that's what you're talking about, or...
Because I'm trying to think back to when we were at Seattle Reproductive. No, Overlake. And you did all those tests. Did you do any of those tests?
Not that I can think of. We did a lot of tests at Overlake.
Well, and another thing too to keep in mind is between countries, there's a little bit difference in procedures and how things happen and stuff. So our experience isn't going to be exactly your experience in Scotland. I would be super interested to hear what it's like in Scotland because it's different everywhere. Actually, like if you're in a country other than the U.S., I want to hear how it's different down below in the comments because that's crazy.
Yeah. I'm trying to think though what she's talking about. If you're talking about just starting drugs and like between cycles, it's pretty quick. I mean, once you have a period, it starts
right away
within a week.
You're pretty
probably.
much if you're constantly attempting transfers, you're pretty much always on drugs.
Yeah.
I mean,
pretty much. There might be a week or two where you're not on anything.
Yeah, depending, like, we're not wishing this upon anyone, but, like, if you were to have a miscarriage, they have you wait to, like, get your system back to normal before they start you up again. So, but other than that, like, after our chemical pregnancy even, you
just turn into a period, so
they basically just started us right away.
Yeah, but if you have to have a DNC, you wait longer. That's what we did. We waited, what, like 3 months?
It was a while.
I mean, we had our DNC in October, and we didn't transfer until the middle of January, so... It was a long wait. Long wait.
Yeah.
I think those are all of our questions.
To answer the question, do we make sure we answered that?
We don't know exactly what she said.
So we don't know exactly how long it takes for results to get back, but our office got back with us for pretty much all results pretty quickly.
Yeah, within
a week.
Yeah.
I mean, worst case is a week.
I mean, if they were stuff that they had to send out, then it was like a week or two. But if it's something they do in the office, then they let me know the same day, usually. I usually go in the morning, and they have to have a response to me by 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I think those are all of our questions.
Can you think, I'm pretty sure that there's a question I had on my mind that we get asked a lot. Can you think of anything?
No, not right now.
Oh, somebody wanted to hear more about our insurance.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a good question. But it's sort of just like, I don't know. I think where I think we could at least say what our provider is.
Yeah, we have Blue Cross Blue Shield through Boeing, and then Primera.
Well, yeah, and but we don't know what's exactly getting you the benefits. I think it's my benefits that are getting you.
Is it?
Because I don't know. We're not 100% sure.
Yeah. Insurance didn't help a ton.
We didn't get insurance or go a certain route to get cheaper infertility treatment. There's not a lot of places that like actually pay for it. In the United States, insurance just doesn't
Not touch infertility.
They don't consider it to be a disease. It's just it's just not covered.
Yeah.
And
because having a child isn't necessary, so
yeah,
it doesn't cover anything.
And they also, what was I gonna say? Shoot, they this is very much Meet the Wheelers real life. I say that all the time. What was I gonna say? The shoot. The drugs, some testing that can be done for other things can be covered, like testosterone tests maybe, or estrogen levels or stuff like that. Some stuff can be covered because it can be coded differently, but in our case, we didn't like pick our insurance to
so we could go through IVF.
So that we could go through IVF. It's happened to work out that our drugs have cost us, our transfer meds have only been costing us $15 after insurance. We're not 100% sure why.
I think it's because they're considered like pregnancy hormones, like they're helping with the pregnancy, even though we're technically not pregnant yet.
Yeah.
So they can bill it as you're pregnant. Now the stim medications they can't.
Yeah, stim, you're like creating more more eggs.
It's infertility medication. Yeah. So that one.
Progesterone isn't necessarily just for infertility.
Yeah.
Where like, what's some of the drugs you took on stim?
Oh, that's so long ago.
Menopur.
Yeah.
Menopur is infertility.
Whatever the trigger shot was called, I don't know. That was a long time ago.
It's been a long time. We started this in September. No.
Well, we went into their office in August. But I don't think we had started in August. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're coming up on a year here.
Coming up on a year of IVF. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, insurance is one of those things that's really hard. If you live in the United States, it's just tough, and it's tough other places too. I know that like in lots of places where there's government paid for IVF, you gotta wait on a waiting list for forever, and you only get like sometimes even just one shot. And that's just sad because there's so much more, right? I mean, there's like this is making a baby is pretty like important. I mean, I get that there's like a lot of overpopulation and stuff in the world, but this is kind of a big deal. It's not just like, oh, I want a nose job. No, nose jobs aren't covered. This is, I don't know. I feel like we should be advocating for better financial support for this, but that's not going to happen overnight. But Infertility Awareness Week is coming up, so...
Isn't it this week?
No, it's the 25th is the first day.
Oh.
I think.
So soon.
But yeah.
Anyway, we gotta end this.
We gotta end this video. But hey, guys, thank you so much for sending us your questions. We really want to feel like we're doing a dialogue here and supporting you guys as well, because you guys support us every day. Every time I see a comment come in, it just lifts my spirits a little bit, because I know it's one of you guys trying to brighten our day. Thank you so much for thinking of Sarah while she was sick. Check out yesterday's vlog. I do this in-depth video on my point of view and like the other person's point of view, and I think it could be really helpful for somebody. So also subscribe if you haven't already to join our journey. Leave some more questions. Social links are down below in the description, and we really love you guys. So there's a right baby at the right time, and let's just keep living life one day at a time. So we'll see you tomorrow.
See ya.
Bye.